This is Vivek Kumar, and I welcome you on the second day of second chapter of Akasha. Akasha is an effort of speaking tree, which is geared to bring anything and everything that is related to spirituality under one roof.
So spirituality in the age of status updates and sex and smartphones. Spirituality doesn't say thou shalt only use carbon paper, thou shalt not have a smartphone or an iPad. And as long as you haven't taken sannyas, it doesn't say thou shalt not have sex. It doesn't say thou shalt not update your status. The material perspective says, this is my body. It begins over here, it ends over here. We have this empty space. You begin over there, you end on the other side.
So every time you tell someone in speaking tree to speak, they'll say, you know what, I have a story. So Pallavi had 2 yesterday, for example. Vivek will have 4, 5. I had 2 yesterday, so I am entitled to 1. And you know, we all love doing this. So please forgive us for that. Because I think we're also in the path to just learn. And probably, as they say, stories are the easiest way to learn, right? That's how we learned it from our grandparents and so on and so forth. So this story is about this one guy who in Hindi we call Teli, right? And he runs a business. And for people who are here from the business, he has a P&L of creating tel, oil, right? And he has these 2 bell or 2 ox that he uses to create the oil. And then he has this son who says, ma'am, or you know, dad, I want to go to a fancy business institute and you know, do an MBA. So he says, go right ahead and do it. So the kid is back. And he goes out and he sees these 2 ox, you know, with fingers on and with a bell in their neck. And they're, you know, extracting oil and they're going round and round and round. So this guy goes and tells his dad and he says, you know, dad, you're a really bad employer. You have blinkers on their eyes, right? How will they stay motivated? So the guy says, all right. So what do you want me to do? So he says, I'll think about it and I will come back. So the father says, all right. A few days later, he says, they have a big bell in their neck. It's very frustrating for them. Why do you have this bell in their neck? So he says, beta, bell in the neck is because कि जब bell चलेगा तो मुझे पता लगेगा. तो मुझे जब आवाज आएगी तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि मेरे बैल काम कर रहे हैं और मैं और कुछ काम कर सकता हूँ. So the son turns around and says कि ये तो गलत है ना. So he says, क्यों? He says, बैल एक जगह खड़े होके सर ऐसे ऐसे हिलाएंगे तो भी घंटी बजेगी. So the father says, हाँ बेटा. So he says, so you know, why didn't you think of this? So the dad pauses. He says, बेटा तभी तुझे MBA करने के लिए भेजा, बैलों को नहीं.
We have 7 main energy centers in the 7 different parts of our body, beginning from the root chakra, which is the Mool Dhara, which is right at the perineum of your body, where your body is touching the seat. It's very close to your anus. It is red in color, and the element is earth. Spiritual activities or spiritual, they have a very nice aura automatically because they have, as they कहते हैं, उत्तम पुरुषा, जैसे प्रभु रामचंद्र जी को कहते थे, उत्तम पुरुषा. उनके नाड़ीज और chakras perfect attuned होते हैं. If the chakras are activated correctly, your aura automatically strengthens. You have a very strong aura. It has a ripple effect on your body automatically.
The soul is a spark of God, so that first there is undifferentiated energy, undifferentiated consciousness. That consciousness comes into manifestation as the created world. Along with that creation comes the individualization. We can call that Maya, we can call it by other terms, but that separation comes in as there's creation. So the one becomes many, and of that many, we become differentiated into the sense of separation of individuals.
And if we put everyone in a box, oh, that's my wife, that's my husband, that's my child, we have roles and they're defined, we are missing out on the richness of life because we need to learn to understand the language that every person speaks, and it's different. We need to understand what is meaningful to you, what is important, what brings you a sense of fulfillment. And if we can learn to understand the language that each one of us speaks, life becomes such a wonderful adventure.
When do we come to a stage where I say,